Hey guys, I just shared in my free Facebook group about releasing trauma and pain and keeping it away. It was a question that somebody had asked me, and I thought I would share the answer with you here. So typically a lot of people will come to see me for the physical pain, their injury, illnesses or diseases that no one else can really give them answers to, but they obviously still have a problem and they know that they can be better than what they are. And when I work with people, I am usually getting them to release on a deeper emotional level. So I have a strong belief that our physical body is a manifestation of our emotional state. And we go through life and we have all these experiences, these events in our lives, and sometimes traumas that are associated with emotions that get stored in our body, and they become a source of stress. So everybody knows that we can deal with stress for a period of time until we can't anymore. And that is just all the cumulative little stresses that can happen in life, or sometimes we get hit with a major stress all of a sudden that just tips us over the edge. And so when our body can't cope anymore, all those emotional or physical stresses just fill that cup up. We all of a sudden spill over. And that tipping point is when the body will start to manifest in that physical pain, discomfort, injury, illnesses, disease, but it's also the mental imbalances that we can experience as well. So the core of what I do is help people to express emotions that they haven't been able to express around those events and experiences and times in their life. So as a result of taking people through a particular process, this is where they get a new relationship with pain. Pain is highly emotional, and this is why you can have two different people with seemingly very similar injuries or pain points, but one person is a 12 out of 10 and the other person is a 1 out of 10. And usually it has to do with their different upbringings, their different environments, and the different experiences they've had in their life. So again, the events, the experiences, and the traumas that they have had. And that shapes the picture, their pain picture of how they perceive pain. Now, often I will listen to people and what's going on for them, but I'm more interested in the location in their body where they get discomfort, and that gives me an indication as to what emotion hasn't been expressed and suppressed in that part of the body. And usually we link it to an event or an experience and then go through a certain process. And as a result of that, getting an emotional release, a physical and a physiological release, people change their relationship with pain. First of all, what can happen is when someone is going through a release process is their pain can become really heightened. And this is what helps people make the connection between their pain, their emotion, and that event, versus, trying to work out on a structural biomechanical level, why is my body giving me pain? And usually they're doing this work because the structural biomechanical reasons don't really give them any relief. So their pain becomes heightened, but then often it just starts to dissipate. And that is where people can release the pain and rewrite the story of their experience or their trauma, and change the internal reactions that happen in the body when they think of that event. So normally for some traumas, people don't want to go there because it is too painful, and you do have to be careful about how far you dig into this. You have to feel ready to be able to go to these places and to release what is stored in your body, and you have to feel really safe doing this. So the pain can start to dissipate. And then in terms of answering keeping the pain away, this is what I really love, is that as people become more aware of the connection, that mind-body connection, and how emotions can manifest in the physical body, instead of hating or getting frustrated at their body for not functioning on a physical level or functional level, things like their skin or maybe their gut isn't functioning very well, they begin to appreciate their body on a new level, and they find amusement in discomfort that they get in their body, and they view it from a place of curiosity. Instead of hating it, they wonder, oh, what are you here to tell me? because that is the art of listening to your body, is that your body manifests the emotional stuff that's going on. And if you really listen to it and learn to understand what it's trying to tell you, it can really just open up your world. So it's not about keeping the pain away. It's about listening to it. But often we end up in these pain states because we don't listen to the little niggles that aren't that bad. We ignore it until it gets really bad. And so that's what I really want to teach people, is become more aware and have this more preventative approach to pain, not a reactive one. Like, stop going to people who are the ambulance at the bottom of the hill. Use them if you need to, but don't let yourself continually get into this state of being broken and feeling like you need fixing, because sometimes you can get to that point where you just can't fix it. And there are some conditions out there that you will need to continue to live with. Now, I say that with some hesitation because I do get a lot of clients who have been told you just need to live with it. Yes, you might need to live with it, but you can change your relationship, and you can also change the level of discomfort and disability that you experience with your ailment. So it is about coming to a place of acceptance with it, but also acknowledging the emotions around it and what work you can actually do to release these deeper stored emotions to potentially reduce your pain and just change your whole perspective on what pain is in the body. So your body is always communicating with you. It's always trying to give you the messages. If you have discomfort, I always try and get people to look into who have they just spoken to, who have they been thinking about, what kind of interactions have they just had over the last few days. But when you do this deeper release work, you start to see how everything lines up and how your external environment, your interactions, your communication plays out in your body.